Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3, Estia Province, blue team, look at this twat. Playing a Plague Champion, talks through replays, and cannot be stopped apparently, misses about 80% of stuff, and has the micro of a goat that cannot see any longer. Alongside though, we have AssMan, also known as Hunter, with a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines, the Death Skulls elite scheme, with the top knots and stuff. And round off this team is Old Python with a Chaos Lord. Durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting mainly in melee. That was a mistake, kill the week on thin air. Red team, ben1993 with a mech boy on this west side up against me. A teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat with great damage output and some versatile orky gadgets. Teleporting around, being a nuisance. Talking about teleporting, here's Adila with a Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat. Great for capping and harassing with some powerful control abilities. Some Orks there casually being exploded by the Death Spinners. And rounding off the teams, it's HansMoleman as a Daemonhunter. A powerful Psyker spellcaster with strong support and control, fighting in melee combat. I think everyone on the red team went random, I believe. Pretty sure Adila and Hans did. Mech boys leading me around on a merry chase, and the Orks have gone mid. But it's kind of a 2v2 because Python has some CSM here. Big old retreat though from AssMan. And Banshee's getting in. I'm a little bit slow to react. I do get my heretics on the VP and the CSM cap the wreck point. Just want to shoot the mech boy now and not let the heretics die quite so often. I lose so many heretics, but I do like having more heretics up early on. It's a little bit more dynamic than the double CSM. And it's a bit faster pace as well. I think Ben was trying to decap the power there, but actually goes to decap the wreck point. I have no idea where he is at this point until I see him starting to decap stuff. There's some Nurgle worship. Meanwhile, eastern side, Strike Squad have got through onto the gens with some Stormtrooper support, and it looks like they're going to get it down. Storm Boys on the way for Ben, Rangers for Adila, and Hans with a Purgation Squad. There's the generator down. Old Python into some Havocs. Oh, triple shooters for AssMan. I'm so bad at recognizing what my allies are doing, what kind of build orders they have, and what's going on elsewhere on the map. I guess that's the kind of thing that's going to get back into my veins as I play more. This is my first game in like 6 weeks or something. And before that, those are my first games in like several months. You're slacking, Indrid, you're slacking. I've got 2v1 here, so I need to be careful. And as soon as I see Adila closing in with grenades on retreat path, I'm terrified. Doesn't seem to want to throw them here because I'm not retreating, so I can still dodge. But goes after these heretics. These guys are recapping after the mech boy decapped it. Somehow my Plague Champion gets away, and here are my Noise Marines. Love me some Noise Marines. Big fan of double Noise Marines out in 3v3s as well. But didn't do that in this game because I got those heretics, I guess. Sluggers of Hunter in retreat path doing some work. And the shooters have got what? We have a Knob leader for those guys and big shooters for these guys. Meanwhile, Western Edge, my first look at the Storm Boys now. Look at the damage that the Noise Marines do there. Pretty nuts. If they hit all the models with their Sonic Blaster, it's so much damage. Could have maybe gone for the Garrison there, but Garrisons are dicey, especially when there's sluggers around that can get their burners and stuff. CSM turned around to shoot. Oh, the Warp Spider. He was tearing through my heretics here. Look, only one got away. The Warp Spider was back here being annoying. 442 to 470. Meanwhile, on the east side, as AssMan forces off the enemy Orks, you have, the Rift Tear thing from the Daemonhunter going off here. And Purged by Flame as well. Slows down the Chaos Lord pretty well. He's got the Dark Halo up. Havocs with the suppression, of course. Couldn't quite suppress. Oh, maybe they suppressed those Strike Squad a little bit. Well, then got flanked by Adila's Dire Avengers, and I guess we're going to see grenades here. There's one, and there's two. First one will hit nicely. Second one didn't hit great, but got a model. If you get one model with a grenade, it's a pretty good grenade, I think. Okay, I got some Nurgle worship as AssMan goes back towards the mid. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, trying to shoot these Rangers. And in like 30 seconds here, I have a great idea. Let's go behind the heavy cover. Doesn't matter against snipers, you dumbass. They still hit you. Can't do a whole lot. Yeah, I'll go behind the cover here. thinking that it's going to protect me from the snipers. But of course, that's not true. Oh, boss bowl. I didn't even realise that AssMan got the boss bowl when I was playing, I don't think. Mech Boy with the battery pack for Avatage to support the Storm Boys and the Sluggers. This is a sloppy approach from me. Look how much damage the CSM took as they tried to get into the heavy cover there. Should have gone back to where the Heretics are, because, you know, it's obvious that the Storm Boys are going to jump in. Heretics took a lot of damage trying to mess up the Sluggers there. Eventually I do the Cacophony and I send my CSM into melee. This is super risky. I was hoping I was going to catch the Storm Boys and retreat here, but he didn't retreat them until after I retreated anyway. Not sure what the Plague Champion was doing. Where was he that whole time? Well, now he's shooting stuff. Heretics being tied up by the Mech Boy, went for the grenade launchers. Big fan of Heretic grenade launchers. That disruption on demand. So very useful against double shooter boys. We've got interceptors here from HansMoleman, jump troops with 400 hit points per model and 30 DPS melee, getting some energy there from the strike squad's purification. Helps them jump around more. CSM with a ton of war on Old Python. Are they going to get suppressed? I didn't get suppressed by the purgation there. Interceptors in on the Havocs. Do I get Eternal War? Yeah, Eternal War's up. Heretics with an aspiring champion as well. Here's Ben harassing my power. Got the node and the generator with just double shooters. Fully upgraded double shooters, but that wasn't great for me. Sluggers here with no upgrades. Very happy to see those guys without their burners early on. I think burner, sluggers and storm boys in my backlines would have been really, really bad. Especially since Touch of Nurgle is now 175 red. It's only 25 more than it was, but it feels like way more. There were times in this game, and we'll see it later when I have like 160 red or something. I'm trying to use it, not realizing, not remembering that it's 175 now. Do I get the Mech Boy here? Oh, he gets away. Storm Boy's jumping in again. They're pretty low. I should have been putting my CSM on melee, but I think this is where I get them. Yeah, I think this is where I get them. CSM should have been in melee there though, to make sure you get them with the damage of time from the Plague Champion. Warboss getting knocked around. Is that the heavy gauge? Nope. Improved warp generator, and we have improved targeters too. Sluggers with Ard Boys up, getting in amongst the Rangers. Couldn't quite get a model off them though. 393 to 403. And now, time to go for the power. Also time to cap Indrid. There we go. Plague Champion can do that, I suppose. Got some Sluggers here though from Ben, and they are getting burners now. So that's not great. I've got my Heretics moving up. Are they fully reinforced? They are, just not fully healed. Do we get a full bash here? Oh no, because I messed up my target. And look, instead of shooting this other generator, they're just moving towards it. Eldar generators can be difficult to target, so I completely messed that up. Do we get it though? We do get it, but I think they drop a model. Yeah, they drop a model off the Death Gun Mech Boy. Avoidable mistake there. Tier 2. Thankfully, I'm not the last to go tier 2, although I was floating quite a lot. CSM getting wrecked here. Should have just retreated them off. And here was Ben going after my Heretics, but I spotted just in time and used Touch of Nurgle. Not sure if that was worth it. I did get them down to 2 models, but as I said, it's 175 red. And they still lost a bunch of models from the Eldar anyway. Maybe just Doom Blasting and retreating would have been better. That might have left the Sluggers in and around here. It's hard to say. Double shooters from Hunter getting suppressed like crazy. And there's that more darker global from the Mech Boy. Increasing firing rate, I believe, of those shooter boys. Bad news to my fellas, that's for sure. Can't quite get in a good cover position here. And get forced off. So does AssMan. And there's that battery pack heal from the Mech Boy. And they're going to cap up, I guess. Meanwhile, east side. Looks like Old Python pushed through, but lost the Chaos Lord. And it seems like we have a combi flamer there. Double CSM with Eternal War up and Blood Crusher on the way. And I go for Plague Marines, because I'm expecting War Trucks and Death Dreads. And Plague Marines are just a good generalist pick in tier 2. But I realise that a Weird Boy is pretty strong against this when once I get the Plague Marines up. Oh, he gets a Weird Boy before he even sees my Plague Marines. Well, there we go. Maybe I should have got a Blood Crusher, right? Double cap here for us. 380 to 279. Lots of Daka. I don't quite realise how depleted Ben is here. Down to just 3 units. I should have been a bit more aggressive maybe with all my units when they all get in here. But yeah, Weird Boy really evens up that fight. Speaking of Weird Boys, AssMan has one. Rangers run away with their Pathfinder gear. What's the Blood Crusher up to? Heading out. And the Daemonhunter gets onto our VP here with the Hunter's Blade. Power melee weapon that grants energy on hit. Also has a Terminator Librarian being chased down here. Kodaka may turn them up on the strike squad, that's why they're invisible. Looks like I've been left to cap the west side, kind of, although Adila's here with some stuff. And the Weird Boy can stop me capping because of that. So that's annoying. And I make the big mistake here against the Weird Boy. Look how much I'm blobbing up. Look at this. I just created a lovely little blob of chaos stuff for him. Almost wrecked, almost one-shot my heretics there. And there's the zap, and I just can't split my stuff because now I'm getting suppressed and I'm getting attacked. It's just so sloppy. I'm just trying to buy time to cap here. 360 to 263, another big attack. Run away, CSM. And here comes the Warp Vomit. Surprised it didn't come earlier, to be honest. I'd like to knock my Plague Champion off the cap or something. Another attack here. Yep. So I know that my Plague Champion and my Plague Marines can function quite well under suppression, but my CSM need to run away here. There we go. How did they not drop a model? That's a miracle. But here come more Orks, wanting to put a little bit of pressure there on the Weird Boy, but having to retreat out, I think, fully. Yeah. Weird Boy really messing up my approach play, which is generally quite bad anyway, and stick bombers on the field now for Ben, which are amazing. Also amazing at really messing up your approach play. I go tier 3, wow. I was the first player to go tier 3, that's amazing. That's the thing about the Chaos tier 2, it's a really good tier 2, but you can just also get Plague Marines and go. A lot of the time, depending on your tier 1. Interceptors here with their Justicar, with that furious intervention. Sluggers and stick bombers capping up. Stick bombers are a melee unit that chuck bulky grenades around. Really good, also can throw stun grenades, which is bad news for me. Some power harass from Ben, just using the double shooters to do it. I think he messes me around here. Yeah, I stopped chasing this when he comes back, which just delays me getting to the western edge, which is annoying. Blood Crusher is a demon, a bloodletter riding a Juggernaut with heavy melee damage and some cool abilities you can charge and roar. Oh, that was Force Glaive, wasn't it? Yeah, Force Glaive was up from the Daemonhunter with Inferno. That was that knockback you saw. Really cool looking weapon as well. Look at this. Great job by whoever modeled it. I'm not sure who. That's Purgation, is it, in the garrison there? Yeah, with silencers, I guess. 329 to 234 was going on west side. Loads of dead heretics is what's going on. I must have lost about 130 heretics or something in this game. Again, Weird Boy's Warp Vomit really messing up my approach. Stick Bombers taking a lot of damage as they close, but in melee they will tear through my Noise Marines quite quickly. And they retreat off. I don't think I've lost a unit yet, have I? I don't think so. Here comes a Chaos Predator. Pretty pleased with my pace at this point, getting a Chaos Predator up at this stage. What else we got going on? We got some Wraith Guard from Adila. Still have that Terminator Librarian helping to fight a Chaos Lord here. Almost went down. He's got his Blood Maul. Oh, does go down in retreat. Really good pressure here though from Old Python. Oh, what's this? Oh, Dire Avenger trying to get on our VP. And they're now bashing our power from 3 sides. Those sluggers almost, oh, they're getting their way to level 3. They're quite scary. But hey, I have a Chaos Predator. They've been power bashed hard, says AssMan. Oh, my mouse is freaking out here. Here we go. We're back. Looks like HansMoleman's pushing through the mid to maybe go into the VP or flank or something. I'm going to try a revive on the Warboss. I think I die shortly afterwards. So here's my tank. At this point, I'm thinking, be very cautious with your tank, Indrid. Do not push forward. Just keep it as a defensive firing platform. You know how often vehicles can die, and how quickly and how easily they can die in a 3v3. Just be careful with it. And well, we'll see what happens, shall we? Oh, here's Ben. Ben got double stick bombers, and it was a mistake. He said after the game that it was an Overwatch mistake, and it makes a big difference in this game because look, without those stick bombers, Ben would have gone tier 3. Ben would be like hitting tier 3 now and would be, you know, thinking of Knob Squad or Flash Kits or whatever. I mean, a second stick bomber squad isn't horrible, but you'd rather go tier 3 and get your big guns out, so it does make a big difference in this game. I get impatient and just shoot stuff with my tank here, and I should have stopped. I should have gone back, but I'm thinking, hey, let's bash the power. Not that there is any power here. I'm thinking, let's bash the power with Plague Marines and a tank, make short work of it, get out, it'll be nice and clean. But no. Here comes stuns, perfectly hit. Then a rear armor hit from the Weird Boy, and here's a beamy death gun, and look how much damage those stick bombs do. And then that beamy shot on the rear armor all the way down to half health. Teleports in for another great stun bomb throw. Look at this. One more shot. Boom. Awesome play from Ben. Just assassinated my tank. Should not have moved it at all. So at this point, I'm kind of annoyed at myself and thinking of Terminators. Let's get Terminators with claws and stuff to just rip through everything. Although it's risky, hey? Because Ben has 3 ways to stun my Terminators with the double stick bombs and the Weird Boy. Potentially 4 if they get the Mega Rumbler on the mech. So it is risky to get Terminators, although the claws would be very, very nice. Very, very scary and very, very nice. What is this? Oh, Psychic Beacon from the Rangers. Providing vision, I believe. Needs a new icon over there. Don't see it put down that often. Stick bombs. Oh, into the blob of Orks, and I think the Slugger's going to go down here. Yeah, Sluggers fall. Rosters are relatively even though. Look how much that second stick bomber squad delayed Ben here. I mean, I know that pain. I usually overwatch in tier 1 though and mess up my game that way early. I thought this was going to kill my heretics, but it doesn't seem to do that much damage. Oh, did it kill them all? Oh, killed 2 of them. Didn't seem to do as much damage as I thought there. 229, 209. Maybe it was influenced by the objects or something there, like the cover and stuff. I'm not sure. Knob Squad on the way for AssMan. Tier 3 for Hans. Adila's already there. And I'm just trying to save up for Terminators at this point. Save up my requisition. I have plenty of power for some reason. Even though this power's been getting bashed and stuff. Oh, and I got a Blastmaster up. I don't think it ended up doing that much though. Mech Boy switches back to the Death Gun now that the vehicles are gone. And messes with my infantry. Lots of DACA on my CSM power. Completely bashed. There, shoot 'em good from the enhanced custom shooter to shut down that Weird Boy. That was pretty fun. The damage that the Warp Spider was doing there with Entangling Web and Improved Targeters. Entangling Web, another reason not to get Terminators. How did I not lose my Heretic squads at this point? It's amazing they're still around. Must have lost about 50 Heretics by now. Here's the Knob Squad from AssMan, although they're taking some shots from the Wraith Guard there. Weird Boy shuts them down. Here comes a Chaos Lord. Although Ordo Malleus forces following in behind. Any more war gear on this guy? We have the Blessed Icon with the Word of the Emperor, increasing speed at the cost of damage. I'm not sure exactly what the stats are there. Oh, there's a nuke from AssMan. Oh, sorry, from Old Python. Imperial Abyss. Pretty well done. And I get revived here, which is nice. I can't even remember when I went down. I think it was after I revived that Warboss. So I've been down for a while. Try and get some caps going. Just having this rec point would be nice too. I do like to have my contested rec points. Some Pawn Worship there from Old Python. Terminator Librarian is level 2. It's done well. Avatar of Cain on the way for Adila. Here we see me getting another Chaos Predator because I left it on Overwatch, but don't worry, I cancel it. I still don't feel the need to buy power because I've got a good amount of it and I need requisition. Not sure about my allies. They're decent stocks of power, I think. Look at this from Ben though. Still unable to get a tier 3 unit up, all because of that second stick bomber squad. I mean, they do really well against me because I'm so bad at dealing with stick bombers. Maybe I should have just got... Oh, they killed my noise marines. Maybe I should have just got raptors or bloodletters or something, but I'm being greedy here. I want my terminators. Although, once I cancel the tank, I'm thinking, hey, 300 requisition, I could get a great unclean one. I have tons of power, so I'm thinking I can drop a nuke and get a great unclean one instead, which will be fun. So that's what I'm going for now. Furious intervention on the weird boy. Did they kill him? It's a lot of damage. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. I'm still not sure what the Justicar gets. He must get a power weapon, right? They all look the same. If he does get a power weapon, he should have a different looking weapon, I think. Purgation with silencers here. Oh, there's my nuke. Look at this on Ben. It's okay. Knocks those guys back in and kills the stick bombers. If it was slightly further to the right here, they would have all retreated through. It would have really messed them up. So he lost. Oh, he didn't kill the stick bombers. They got away. Yeah, they got away. I don't think he killed anything. They did kill a bunch of models. So that's a lot of reinforcing for Ben to do. Land Raider Phobos on the way for Python. I'm still waiting for my requisition for the Great and Clean one. Here we go. Avatar's already up. And this is where I spot him because I'm trying to bash power here. Ill-advised power bash. Didn't even get it done, I don't think. Did I? No. Should have stayed there and finished that, but I was terrified of what the Avatar and the grenades could do in retreat path. Yep, there's a Wrath of Cain. Well timed by Adila, but... Oh, it did more damage than I thought, actually. If he was a little bit closer to that barrier there, would have smushed those guys. I do get a shot with my Plague Marines, which offensively haven't done a whole lot here, but they bring you a really good field presence, those guys. They can cap pretty well. They're durable as you would expect from a Plague Marine. All that health regen and stuff. Maybe I should have got a Shrine up over here. I just always felt pressured for requisition because I lost so many heretics in every single fight. And CSM as well. Here's the Knob Squad on the way for Ben. Look how long it took Ben, poor Ben, to get that Knob Squad up. Looters here for AssMan. Maybe a Beamy for the Avatar or something. Although suppression would help. Oh! Against the Knobs, there's a Warp Vomit into a nuke on Ben. Poor Ben got hit with 2 nukes. Shooter Boys level 4 survive. I think everything survived. Oh, Knob Squad on retreat path, maybe not. Yeah, it looks like everything survived, but it's a bunch of reinforcing to do again. Although they have the Knob Squad up at this point. Here's my Great Unclean one. And I do get Markov Zinc CSM to try and shoot the Avatar. That's like the first actual counterplay I made in the whole game, I think. Although I guess the Great Unclean one just counters infantry in general. Sluggers run in on my Great Unclean one, and I think Ben's forgotten about them, or he's just sacrificing them here, because they die. Great Unclean one passively damages nearby enemy units. Those rangers just wiping out. And has some cool abilities. Some of which we may see here. Plague Champion goes for the cap. Trying to free up the Warboss, but he keeps capping. Eldritch Storm in retreat path. Doing some really good damage to the Knobs, but those guys are tough. Did they drop a model? They dropped one model, I think. That guy over there. 46 to 182. Single cap for the red team. Got on unnatural. There's Cloud of Flies on the Knobs, and I think they back off after this, yeah. They back off. Not sure what my CSM were doing. Were they shooting the Avatar? Well, now they should. There you go. They've got their Aspiring Champion as well for that Demonic Plasma Gun, which was nerfed, wasn't it? 18 Plasma. I think it was like 20-something before, which is pretty nuts. We got a Power Claw and Heavy Armor Warboss. Still has that boss bowl, which I don't know how I missed during the entire game. We have some Chaos Terminators for Old Python, and there's the Land Raider Phobos with Las Cannons on the side, sponsors, Twin Links, Heavy Bolter, and a Storm Bolter on top these days. There's the Grey Knight Terminators from Hans. Ouch, Foot of Gorp. How did these guys survive? Aspiring Champion went down. Plague Champion almost went down. Got some Nurgle Worship for my Great Unclean one here. Trying to back off. Lead the Orks into a big old vomit or something. Heretics with Touch of Nurgle. I think it's enough to get rid of the Knobs here. Warp Vomit. Oh, seemed to miss, you know. Look at that. Missed my heretics completely. Nope. Nob Squad just fought through the touch of no-go there, but that was a decent vomit from a Great Unclean One. And then a Cloud of Flies. His abilities are so fun. And I'd love to, at some point, I think I chase around Python's heretics, trying to consume them, but I can't catch them. 36 to 150 on the VPs. The Great Unclean One can consume to get energy back. He doesn't get any health back for it, I don't think. Fire Prism now for Adila. Plague Marine's coming back out here. I don't think I get a single shot on the Fire Prism with them. Avatar lost half of his hit points. But here we go. This is me trying to chase the heretics. But he keeps moving them. And I just give up at some point, because I don't have any of my own heretics in play right now. Still chasing him. Hungry Great Unclean One, and I just turn around. Looters up here for AssMan again. Oh, there's Entangling Web on the Nob Squad. That could have been my Lightning Claw Terminators if I got some. Which would have been bad news. There's me Nurgle Worship. Weird Boy doing some work for us here too. On the way is more Purgation for Hans. The fact that the Brother Captain can get Paladins is such a massive deal for that hero. Paladins are awesome. It's a big, big boon to the Brother Captain, the fact that he can get those guys. Still never seen the Daemonhunters Crusaders used in a replay. Although I think someone sent me one saying, hey, Crusaders are in this game. So maybe I'll try and dig that out. 13 to 126. 2 to 1 cap. Python goes for the natural VP of the red team, which is smart. Gets a decap with the Iron Halo, using Kill the Weak before his energy went down. Can't use the Sweeping Doom, unfortunately, because of the lack of energy, but gets the decap, and there's the Dirgecaster. And here comes a Corn Shrine. Why didn't I get a Nurgle Shrine over here? I just thought it would be pushed by the knobs over and over again, I guess. Ben shooters still around. They've taken huge amounts of damage. Cloud of Flies. I think I already consumed one of my heretics here. There's my Marco Zinc CSM as well, doing some good work against the knobs. And my Great Unclean One has the Plague Fist. I think I meant to give him Armor of Pestilence, but I completely forgot about it. Because I could give it to him right now. But once I get like 300 wreck, I'm thinking tank, I believe. Look at this from Old Python, getting the VP for us. Maybe they should have gone for the Conversion Beamer to put dents into the Phobos. I mean, they've done some good damage. But the Lightning Claw Terminators are just ripping through Hans' army. Maybe a Dreadnought would have been good here. Although, you know, he gets shot by the Phobos. But a melee Dreadnought would have been really good against the Terminators. Just in base, ripping through these operatives here, and they're gonna wipe. Yep. Oh, rocks on the Phobos. That's gonna be it, I think. Yeah, Phobos goes down. 13 to 50, holding on to the west side. Got that Nurgle Worship. Here's the Avatar and Beamy Defcons on both sides. Wailing Doom. Just gonna tough it out. Send my Great Unclean One after these guys. Should have used the Cloud of Flies there. Oh, here we go. There it is. Doesn't seem to do a huge amount of damage, but the disruption is nice. Single cap, 13 to 17. Here's my tank on the way. HansMoleman's down to 2 units. Old Python down to 3 units. Been such a great job pressuring this VP for us. Such a great job. Single cap now. Warboss trying to finish this, but goes down, I think. Maybe. Oh, maybe they get away. And there's my Noxious Cloud. Down goes a Fire Prism. I think yeah, the Beamy's got it. Noxious Cloud at the end. But the game ends with a single. And look at this. I think this was a Eldritch Storm from Hans. Right? There's nothing else it could beat. So that would have been cool to see. We did it. And I think a lot of it was thanks to Python's pushes on this VP here. Oh, there was a Imperial Abyss about to come in, I believe. Or just ended or something. That probably made a big difference. Terminators got so low, but they did so much work for us. And the double looters kept the Avatar at bay, messed up the Fire Prism, made sure it couldn't get close. Was a fun one with the level 5 Plague Champion for me. Level 7 Warboss for AssMan. Level 7 Chaos Lord for Old Python. MVP, I think, for me, with the work in the mid. Level 4 Mech for Ben. Level 9 Warp Spider Exarch for Adila. Bloody hell. And a level 5 Daemonhunter. What is this at the end? Armor of Fortitude. Oh, for Indomitable. Yeah, it's a cool armor. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.